Max, are you sure about this? I asked, eyeing the thick, cloudy jar with deep suspicion. Come on, Ben, live a little. Chloe, my ever-impulsive friend, snatched the jar from Max's trembling hand. Don't tell me you're too chicken to float. It had all started innocently enough, Max. Ever the tech whiz had unearthed a secret lab in our childhood basement during a particularly messy spring cleaning. We'd found a dusty journal, half-eaten pizza boxes, and a jar labelled anti-gravity glue. Clearly, an experiment best left alone. It's probably just some weird kid stuff anyway, I said, trying to sound nonchalant. But Max was already setting up a makeshift test rig, his eyes gleaming with mad scientist energy. I think it needs a bit more power, he muttered, fiddling with a tangle of wires connected to a hulking machine humming with an unsettling energy. Chloe, never one for patience, flung the glue on a water bottle. My jaw dropped as the plastic soared, spinning lazily a foot above the workbench. Whoa, Max cheered, his voice laced with awe. It actually works. He was already dabbing the glue on his palm, a self-satisfied grin plastered across his face. Imagine floating, no more traffic jams, no more boring meetings. Max, for the love of, I blurted, but it was too late. He lifted himself off the ground, his smile widening as he bumped into the ceiling. Chloe, in a fit of hysteria, threw the rest of the glue on us, sending us all into a chaotic free-for-all of flailing limbs and surprised yells. We collided, bumped into the walls, and ricocheted off each other, laughing nervously. Then it all went wrong. The humming from the machine reverberated, growing louder, more urgent. Chloe shrieked, her laughter turning into panicked whimpers. The lights started to flicker, casting bizarre, strobe-like shadows on the lab walls. Max, turn it off, I shouted, trying to reach the control panel. But the glue had taken our balance away, making any coordinated movement impossible. I'm trying, he yelled back, his voice strained. But the machine lurched, throwing us off balance, sending us hurtling towards the far end of the basement. We slammed into a stack of boxes, the force knocking the air out of us. As we coughed and spluttered, Max frantically searched for the journal. He skimmed through the pages, his eyes widening with each line. Ben, you won't believe this. The glue, it's not just anti-gravity. His voice was hushed, filled with a dread that chilled me to the bone. What do you mean? Chloe asked, her voice shaky. What else could it be? He held up a sketch, his face pale. It's a bridge, a conduit connecting worlds. His words hung in the air like a scream, swallowed by the oppressive silence. Then a sound, a low rumble, that started deep within the ground and reverberated through the entire house. It was like the earth itself was groaning in protest. Moving through a gap in the boxes, we glanced at the window. Something massive was outside, its form obscured by the shadows. Then, with a crash that split the silence, something burst through the door.